This is part 16 of the Bertaria 10-hour documentary, Built by Milker Nation. Shout out to Milker Nation for all the hard work that went into this documentary. This is a Texas Go radio show, and I'm your host, Pretorius. Back to you, Owen.
A little tiresome. But I do respect that you're protective of the crew. But there's a difference between being protective of the crew and subversion. Thanks, BB and Bears, nothing but love. Oh, I know your intentions are good. It's just that can end up careening into gamma hives that are like, yeah, I've been wanting to say this forever. Owen's been hanging out with some really weird guys lately. They're not even Christians. They're not even going to my closed Zionist church. And then it just sprouts and grows, and people are like,
who are the Christians that gave him that idea that that's what Christianity is? The closed Zion church or orthodoxy, where we are the only way to the only way type of thing. I don't understand all of that.
We gotta do something. Oh, Jesus, I'm squirting again. Dude, I've been through it. I've been through these waves so many times that's why I just bite. Because back in the day, I never used to say anything. I'd just be like, oh, okay, these people really care about me so much that they're starting to threaten my life. Oh, wow.
The victim mentality of someone who pushes against victim mentality. The hypocrisy. There's so many different points of Owen Benjamin that doesn't make any sense and that are clear. And so I think it's for somebody who has spent the majority of their adult life on film the way Owen has, and that's one of the shames. That's why I was honestly kind of upset that Radix Verum privated her videos, which she might not have. Somebody reminded me of that if they could have been flagged or taken down or whatever. But I was upset that those videos weren't there because she did such a brilliant job explaining Owen and compare. That's where I got the comparison of Owen to Chris Chan, somebody else who had spent the majority. Chris Chan is one of the people that are attributed to the most documented person in the world as far as the internet is concerned. And Owen's right up there. And so as time goes on, it gets easier and easier for people to take those bear goggles off and see Owen for who and what he is and the hypocrisies that are blatant.
Oh, they really love me, guys. They love me so much they're now trying to put me in constant fear.
That doesn't make any sense.
Emma Hives is such a good description. Yeah. And guys, check out James True's stream today. He described it so well about like the very beginning of the stream. It's about someone that he de-wrenched because of their behavior. And within 10 minutes, there was all the...
And for those of you that don't know that, de-wrenching, I'm assuming he's referring to like a moderator in like a chat.
These gammas in there like, you're the victim. Oh, James is so evil. He's so mean. Look at him. He's trying to hold power over you. And fortunately, the guy that was de-wrenched was like, get away from me. I don't need, because what they're doing is they're licking virtue. They're using sympathy. They're almost like literally licking salt from your skin. Like, they're trying to get you to be like, yeah, I'm a victim. And then they're like, hey, come on. Dude, it's so fucked up. And I've seen it so much with me because I'm so masculine. I have so much salt in my balls. So
sometimes you just have to pause it and take a breath. No shame, man. Absolutely no shame. None. Because I'm so masculine.
Because of that, the amount of people around me that want to lick me of my salt, I'm dead serious, guys. Oh, it sounds crazy. It's not crazy. I'm so salty and so masculine that...
How do you now I understand being in the moment. Everybody's had moments where you look back and you cringe over your own actions. But to be able to say, I'm so masculine, just saying that. There's a certain feeling that comes with that, like, well, I don't feel like that's something that I want to say. It's not that I'm not, but I don't know. I'm so intelligent. See, same thing. I'm so intelligent, you guys. Ew, no. Why would you say that?
There's like thousands of empty vessels just around the perimeter of Bertaria, just like, and as soon as somebody acts like a victim, they swoop in. They're like, he's the bad man, isn't he? And they're like, yeah, I've been a bear for a few years now, and he just kicked me out. And they're like, oh,
he's okay. So the way he's describing this, vessels, we're all vessels, especially. In the New Testament, that's where I'm getting my point of reference from. We're all vessels, and believing in Jesus filled with the Holy Spirit type of thing. And if you don't have the Holy Spirit, then you can be driven by other spirits or whatever. And so he's talking about spiritual. That's, in my opinion, kind of what he's empty vessels around. He's talking about the like Reddit and people like us that are calling him out on his crap. I think that's my opinion anyway.
Evil. We've figured out Owen Benjamin. He's running a scam. Amy really left him years ago. He's a homosexual. They're all trans. He's a 6'8" tranny. Dude, they literally say that
He has to throw, whenever he accidentally slips up and says something that's true, that he is running a scam, he also has to throw something else in there that is not true. I honestly can't remember it. Well, okay, now that I say that, there are people that do say that jokingly. I don't know if anybody says that seriously. I don't know if anybody actually believes that he is trans. I don't. I think he's a grown man. He may not act like it, but I think that he is a man with certain qualities.
Gang stalking, they're just any trigger they can get. And as soon as someone's like, really? They're like, and they're just exhausted. And then what they do, they lick the salt and then they squirt again. And then
so uncomfortable watching this.
They're drained of salt. And then they're roving bands of hyenas just looking for the next one to, boom. Yeah, it's very interesting stuff. This is what a male goat does before they quote unquote procreate. They go up to a female and they go. I see it in people in the virtual all the time. Go, he has brains, eat his brains, eat his cum, drink his blood, salt. I'm just like, no. And they're like, it makes me even hornier. There's like such a sexual element to these gamma hives. Bertaria is in every one of your yards. Plant seeds. Now, like
Bertaria, I don't think he has yet. He hadn't said Bertaria is in your hearts yet, right? But I feel like he's getting there. I think that's the first time he said Bertaria is in your yards. Thanks for giving me $400 to build Bertaria. Joke's on you, because you've always had it. That's so.
Bertaria is a state of mind, but we are.
Whenever I laugh, I know that this is a serious situation, but.
James did a great job explaining what it is today. People are just instinctively understanding it.
Facetious was the word that I was about to say.
It's an archetypal place where people can learn how to grow. It's not a commune. It's not a no-holds-barred place. It's not any of that stuff.
But in the original, whenever he was selling that first one, I think he was wearing the orange shirt, and he's sitting in his house, and he's painting that picture while selling the picture. He did say that he had put, 5 acres off for quote-unquote, cult crap. He said shit, but I try not to cuss. He said cult And he said that there would be a place for cult stuff. And somebody called me out on that original. He said they accused me of editing it in a way that misconstrued what he said. And so I posted the whole thing, and the way that they remembered it was wrong. Yeah, he did say cult stuff.
It's going to be my home and farm that I can show people how to grow stuff and with the live streams and everything. And then there's going to be a section of land where James can do wilderness retreats with kids and teach them how to do campfires and stuff. And, you know, book buying.
I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but that doesn't give... I'm just being honest. I don't feel good about that. Would I let my child participate in that? No. Like I said, that does not carry baggage of accusations. I'm just saying no.
Bear can teach people how to do bookbinding. Beekeeper Bear can teach beekeeping. You understand how this goes. You can have retreats where people pass on information and learn. And every one of your donations will be taken off any fees, if there is ever any fees. So, but first we have to buy it, which I will be able to do. The pace we're at, it's going to take a few months. But if we keep this up, I'll be able to buy it within a few months. I've been looking at like yurt building and stuff.
I haven't looked. How much are the tickets to Beartaria? Because the one that I saw on Reddit, he went about that person went about it as though it was a donation. Is that the only way, or can you actually just buy tickets? Or do you have to donate $400? Or are they selling individual tickets? Because he donated $400. And it came with one ticket.
Check out this video. Amazing Modern Yurt is a design marvel. Yurts are very strong. You can make them sleek and beautiful. And this one I think is like 1,000 square feet, including their little loft thing. I'm looking to try and build several yurts on Beartaria for people to be able to rent.
How did it go from yurts to corkwood breathable wall cabins? I got to be honest with you. My time in construction never came across anything like that. I did work for a guy though at one point in time where, and my employment there was shortly lived after I sat in his truck while one of his customers on a job that he did before I was helping him, was pointing to his roof, and they were arguing about there was an obvious dip that shouldn't be there. And he just blatantly was like, I don't see a dip. And I'm sitting in his truck looking at it, and there was an obvious dip. And I was like, dude, I can't work for you anymore.
Stay at, or I don't know. I think yurts are the move. I've been doing a lot of analysis. Yurts are structurally very sound. They're fun to build. It's something I have more interest in. I want to learn more about.
And this is actually the first time that I've seen the yurts. I've heard the word before. First time I've seen it. Looks kind of neat. Why is it called a yurt and not just a small house? You know? I don't know. Yurt. They look kind of interesting.
Never built a yurt. My brother built a yurt. He loves his yurt. With a wood stove, a yurt, no angles of sorrow, just looks awesome. So I'm just trying to...
No angles of sorrow. First time I've heard that. Angles of sorrow. Is that like the... about modern architecture? Where they build things in order to manipulate and control emotions and whatever? Because architecture used to be very beautiful and inspirational, and then they changed it intentionally in order to do that. Is that what that is referring to?
Include you guys in some of these ideas. Have guns. Like, protect yourself. I'm heavily armed. But I see a world where we...
All right. I don't like to make jokes about people's appearances. That's not what I don't enjoy that. But whenever he said I'm heavily armed, in my head, and this might not even be funny, but in my head, I thought, and poorly shouldered. That's a bad joke.
Never have to fire a bullet except at predators with our animals.
Sorry, I said that.
I'm telling you, the more fruit, the less blood. Guys, I swear to God, I think like 100 million Americans are going to die in the next few years. And I don't even think the challenges will be that hard. Guys, there's going to be major food shortages, and the food shortages aren't going to be in the form of no food in the stores. It's no nutrition in the stores. People are going to be starving to death while they're obese. I promise you. And they won't know what to do. They'll be like, but.
So this is during the world crisis, and while Patreon is actively suing him back, I think. Is there's so much going on and so much fuel for this fire, fear mongering, and
put this in my mouth hole. I'm just
like he actually said that in the first one in the beginning. I'm not gonna let this whole Patreon thing hold me back.
Looking at supply chains, I'm looking at financials, I'm looking at the awareness and morality of the population, and it's all looking real bad for about 100 million Americans. I don't see them living more than 2 years. A lot of them are going to be baby boomers.
Batting 1,000, guys. 3 years later, 100 million Americans died. I didn't catch that memo. Batting 1,000. Batting 1,000. That's what he says. Currently to this day, with videos of like this out there, batting I'm right about everything, man. I see the future. I'm a prophet. I'm a wizard. I'm a magician, Sadducean, comedian.
A lot of them are, the hurdles aren't even big. It's like pathetically small. And it's like they won't be able to step over a twig. It's crazy. And that's why I'm just like, just move.
Just give me your money so I can protect my family. Just give me your money.
Eat, grow. And they're just like, you, sir. You know, that was a fascinating thing we're talking about.
If that really is one of the themes that he does, he encourages people to move, eat, grow, have children. Why doesn't he have some of his cult members on encouraging that, sharing their experiences? Or maybe he has, and I just haven't seen those because I focus on the negative. It would seem like there's so many other legitimate ways to make what he's doing legitimate, and he doesn't do any of them. And even if he started, I don't think he has it in him to talk to anybody for an extended amount of time. Yesterday's live stream didn't surprise me. It was a great move. Whoever recommended that he had somebody else on his live stream after the catastrophe of, and I'm no longer annoyed that she didn't call him out. I think because I caught her live stream yesterday, and I see what she's doing, and more power to her. Yeah.
Christopher Garner, I'm like, do you see like foreign invaders? Like, is there army? He's like, dude, everyone's squirting. Like, he's in Costa Rica, and porn has hit Costa Rica.
I've gone over my allotted 17 minutes. This is, I think, part 15 of the infamous Milker Nation Bertaria 10-hour documentary. This is the Texas Goat Radio Show, and I'm your host, Pretorius. As always, till next time.